the Highliner Activity Center. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchups right here on KOVC, the voice of the Valley. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the Highliners football team playing their final home regular season game of the season tomorrow at Hannah Field, 7 p.m. kickoff at senior night. Come on out, cheer on the team. Also put in the headphones. Check out the game right here on KOVC. Byerly digs it out. Here's Deagle for Hatcher, gets the kill. Valley City back in front by 2, 22-20. They lead it here in matchup number 1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. So Hatcher gets the kill for the Highliners. It's her turn to serve number 6. The junior for Valley City serves it up, and that one's going to handcuff Kennedy Coulter and go out of play. Valley City in the lead by 3, the largest lead of any of these teams here tonight, 23-20. Highliners lead it. Hatcher will continue to serve. Gets the ball from Abby Thornton. Bounces it a couple of times with the right hand. Number 6 ready to go, waiting for the Mustangs to get set. Now they are. Here's the serve right to left. Dug out there by Johnson. Now sent back across, and getting the point are the Mustangs. They trail within 2 now, 23-21. Valley City leads. Back to serve it is Brooke Johnson after getting the kill for the Mustangs. Number 12 serves it up. Dug out there by Thornton. Deagle. Peterson tried to get the kill, cannot get it. And it's sent back across, and Deagle hits it but kept alive by Olsen. And then back over to the Cheyenne side. And that one's going to drop in as Bean Height tips one across the net. Point for Cheyenne. They're back within 1. It's 23-22 here in this first set. As back to serve it is number 13, Reagan Bogenreef. Dug out there by Peterson. Olsen sends it across. Bogenreef is there. Bumping that one across for Cheyenne. That's number 21, Lexus Turhark. And then Quilvan goes for the kill, but it's going to be out of play. And guess what? We're all tied up at 23 now. So it was 23-20 Valley City. Now it's 23-all. Reagan Bogenreef continues to serve. Number 13, right-handed serve. Dug out by Thornton. Deagle in front, just tips it across. Bogenreef is there. Over for Engel. And then Bogenreef sends it back over. Quilvang tipped it, but it falls on the Valley City side. And just like that, the Mustangs, 4 straight points. Match point coming up. They lead it 24-23. Coach Rebecca DePeza calls a timeout for the Highliners. We're going to take a timeout right here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Match point coming up for Cheyenne. 24-23. They lead it here. Back to serve is Reagan Bogenreef, the sophomore, number 13, over the net. Dug out there by Thornton. Deagle in front, sets it up. Faith Peterson gets the kill. And just like that, shocker, we're all tied up again, 24-all. Got to win by 2. Abby Thornton back to serve. She's the libero for Valley City. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Runs, jumps, right-hand serve over the net. Dug out there by Stevenson. And then bumped here by Brown. Stevenson sends it back across. There's Thornton. Deagle. Peterson gets the kill. Highliners 25-24 in the lead. Match point coming up for them. Valley City can win this first set here with one more point. Lead at 25-24. You got to win by 2. Thornton runs, jumps in, serves it. Dug out there by Bogenreef. And going for the kill was Height. Nice job there by Deagle to dive and keep it alive. Thornton. Peyton Peterson tries to drop one in, but it's dug out there. That was Turhark and then sent back across. Thornton for Valley City. Deagle. Peterson tips over the net, rejected. It's going to be a double touch. Valley City wins the Battle of Nutrition here in matchup number 1. They win by 2, 26-24. And we're going to step aside for a commercial break. We'll have the second set coming up in just a few minutes.
The keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. Just as the keys to today's game offer growth, success, and opportunity for the future, so do the keys to your new property. Whether you're looking for the keys to your starter home, the keys to home where you raise your family, the keys to your business, or the keys to your lake home or retirement property, for every step of the way, RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown are here for you. Check out our website, findrealtynow.com, for pictures and virtual tours.
At Bank Forward, we focus on building relationships. Hi, I'm Kara Weep with Bank Forward in Valley City. Whether it's opening a checking account, saving for college, or starting your own business, Bank Forward is the bank big enough to help, but we're small enough to know your name. Call 845-1220 or visit bankforward.com today. Striving to be the bank that defines customer service since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Now is the time, now is the time.
Brothers 3 has the area's widest variety of classic and new fishing tackle at the lowest prices to give you an edge this year. Before heading out on the water, stop in and get your live bait and tackle and fill your tank on the highest quality gas and diesel. Brothers 3 is your locally owned and operated convenience store. As always, Brothers 3 has the lowest prices in town on everything from snacks and drinks to propane and automotive supplies. Remember, it pays to shop at Brothers 3 in Valley City.
You need a building, and you need it now. Look into Winkler Structures, available at Smith Lumber Company in Valley City. From a quick-build utility to bigger dome structures for cattle, machinery, or hay storage. Winkler Structures are designed for strength and security with their no-compromise fabric and high-strength structural steel. These buildings have stood the test of time for today's cost-conscious customer. Customize your Winkler structure at Smith Lumber Company, East Main, Valley City. Call 845-2135.
Hi, I'm Corey Anderson, a proud Viking graduate and Director of Development at VCSU. There's never been a better time to be a Viking. The university we cherish is growing and bigger things are on the horizon. To sustain our growth and continue the transformational power that VCSU brings to our community, we need you and your continued support now more than ever. No matter the game, we are always playing for Valley City State. Join me in making a difference for attracting future Vikings to an amazing university by supporting the V500 Scholarship Program online at give.vcsu.edu.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout, CPA, at 845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member of FINRA and SIPC.
And we're back here for matchup number 2 between Sheyenne Mustangs and the Valley City Highliners. Highliners win the Battle of Nutrition in the first set. They outlast Sheyenne 26-24 in a matchup that saw no team hold higher than a 3-point lead. And that was only one time. That was for Valley City. So the Mustangs will serve it up left to right. Back to serve. That is number 12, Brooke Johnson. Dug out there by Thornton. Here's Deagle. Sets it up. Peyton Peterson swats it across. Dug out there once again by Johnson. And then Brown sends it over. Deagle sets it up for Peterson. Deagle goes for the kill. That's going to be deflected in the air, and it's going to fall in for a point. Valley City strikes first on the Lockout Financial Scoreboard, 1-0 here in this second set. Anthony Rosso here with you tonight right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. We have a Dollars for Scholars sponsor. I'll tell you that in one moment. As Peyton Peterson, the senior, is ready to serve it right to left. Number 4 swats it over. Dug out there by Stevenson, the libero. Kept alive by Brown. She just bumps it across. Here's Deagle. Sets it up. Hatcher for the kill. That one's going to handcuff Brooke Johnson. Another point for the Highliners, up 2-0. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars sponsor is Dairy Queen. Reminds you they're a full brazier facility. Open year-round, located at 909 North Central Ave. Stop in after the match to treat yourself. Well, if they still got the pumpkin pie blizzards, I know where I will be. Hopefully, after 2 more sets, we'd love to see a Highliner sweep here. Peterson on the serve. And that one's going to be swatted in for a point by Brown Mustangs. Just like that, what can Brown do for you? Well, she can get you a point, bring you within 1. Highliners lead cut in half, 2-1. As back to serve it up now is number 8. That's Kaylee Wasdorp. Wasdorp, a junior for the Mustangs from Sheyenne. Number 8, right-handed serve. That one's into the netting. Point for Valley City, back up by 2, 3-1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Going back to serve it for the Highliners is number 13, the senior, Dylan Deagle. Swats it right-handed over the net on the serve. Dug out by Stevenson. Sets it up. Brokenfield goes for the kill. Cannot get it. There's Thornton. Peterson goes for the kill. That one's deflected up in the air by Brown. That one's going to fall in for Valley City. Up by 3, 4-1. Highliners lead it. As Chloe Brown deflected that one high in the sky, but backwards. Deagle ready to serve it up once again. Spins the ball, now serves it. That one's dug out there by Height. And then sent back over to the Valley City side. That's Abby Thornton. Nelson tried to go for the kill left-handed. Cannot, hits it into the netting. 2-point lead now for Valley City as the Mustangs hit a point. It's 4-2. It's funny, the other night in Shanley, if the ball hit any part of the roof, it was in play except for the tar divider. I don't think the rules apply here at the Hack. Deagle. Quilvan goes for the kill. Too hard, out of play. It was a 3-point lead. It's a 1-point deficit now as the Mustangs have battled back. It's a 4-3 Highliner lead. Lydia Stevenson on the serve. Sends it over. Bumped in the air by Deagle. And Hatcher goes for the kill, but it's kept alive. Here's Stevenson again. And going for the kill and getting the kill and tying the game is Reagan Bogenreef. So Bogenreef gets the kill. All tied up at 4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Engel on the serve. Bumped in the air by Hatcher. Now here's Deagle. Hatcher just tips it across. Then it's tried to be sent back across by Bogenreef, but she hits it into the netting. Just like that, Highliners jump back out in front. 5-4. Back to serve it up is number 6 now, Samantha Hatcher. Hatcher, a junior for the Highliners. Dug out there by Engel. Bogenreef just slaps one across. Nice job by Abby Thorpe. Tried to dive to keep it alive. She cannot. And we're all tied up at 5 as that one goes the way of the Mustangs. So a little change up here for Cheyenne. The new libero is number 1, Mia Engel. She switches with Lydia Stevenson. As that one is served up by Coulter, dug out there by Faith Peterson, and then Olsen sends it across. Dug out there by Cheyenne, going for the kill, but it's kept alive. Here's Nelson for Deagle. Faith Peterson tries to send it back over. She cannot. It goes into the netting. Point for the Mustangs. They enjoy a 1-point lead for the time being at 6-5. Kennedy Coulter will serve it again. Sends it across. Dug out there by Thornton for Deagle. Hatcher just tried to tip it over the net. That's deflected in front by Height. Back to Valley City. Deagle just two-hand swats one back over to the Cheyenne side. Going for the kill this time. Getting the kill is Vivian Height of the Mustangs. Mustangs, 2-point lead, 7-5. Deagle gathers the group. Gives them a little pep talk real quick to try to get back into this one. Valley City enjoyed a 3-point lead. They're now down 2 as it's 7-5. This one sent over on the serve from Cheyenne. Deagle in front, sets it up. Faith Peterson goes for the kill, but it's deflected in the air by the Mustangs. Going for the kill was Bogenreef, but there is the opposing number 13, Deagle, to keep it alive. Faith Peterson goes for the kill. She's going to get it as that one deflects off of Lexus Terhark and out of play. Highliners back within 1. It's 7-6 here in this second set. Again, Highliners won the first one by a score of 26-24. No team held more than a 3-point lead in that first set. Abby Thornton ready to serve it up. Runs a high jump, serves it into the netting. Point for the Mustangs. Back up by 2 as it's 8-6. As back to serve it now is Reagan Bogenreef, number 13. As one of the Mustangs, that's Alexis Terhark, tying the shoe real quick, ready to go. Bogenreef on the serve, dug out by Thornton. Here's Deagle. Nelson goes for the kill and gets it. 1-point game once again, 8-7. Highliners back within 1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's game right here live on KOVC. Highliners a big win Tuesday night on the road at Shanley. 3-1, looking to build off that here tonight. Here's Nelson, left-handed serve, bumped up in the air by that Stevenson, and then sent back across, but Nelson's there. Deagle tried to tip it over, she cannot. And then it's sent back over, and Nelson's there for Valley City. Deagle sets it up. Peterson tried to just touch one over, but Height's there to keep it alive for Sheyenne. And then that one's going to deflect off of Abby Thornton, out of play. Sheyenne back up by 2. It's 9-7. As we're going to have a timeout on the court, so we're going to take a timeout as you're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
Hello from Husqvarna. Sure, you want our mighty outdoor power equipment, but you're embarrassed our rugged dealers like Sven or Bob will know you can't pronounce Husqvarna, the name that means craftsmanship all over the world. So I teach you now how to say Husqvarna. You say husk like corn and varn like varnish without the ish, and nah, like nah, I don't want any other stinking chainsaw or trimmer or mower. I want the best in the world. I want Husqvarna.
Husqvarna. Tough name, tough equipment.
Your local Husqvarna dealer is S&S Auto Electric of Valley City.
Harvest season is here, and Valley Meat Supply has quality meats and snacks for those meals on the go. Valley Meat has sandwich meats, including bacon and sausage for the BLT, variety of cheeses, beef sticks, and jerky. Still a lot of grilling season left. Hey, and don't forget about the tailgate parties. Valley Meat Supply has all your favorites for the grill. Thick, juicy steaks, burger patties, brats, and all beef wieners. Have a safe and bountiful harvest season from Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City.
Highliners get the point out of the timeout. 9-8 they trail on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. That time brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Coming back into the game is Mia Engel, the now libero for the Mustangs, but back to serve it up for the Highliners. It's Rachel Barley. Number 3 serves it up, dug out there by Sheyenne, going for the kill and getting the kill. Number 15, Callie Tungseth. And Sheyenne back up by 2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard as it's 10-8. So going back to serve it up for Sheyenne is number 12, Brooke Johnson. Johnson, the junior, right-handed server. Will jump up and swat one across. Dug out there. That's Nelson for Deagle. Hatcher on the putback. Johnson sets it up, going for the kill, but keeping it alive was Thornton. And then Peterson just taps one across the net, puts it where they ain't. 1 point deficit for the Highliners. They trail 10-9. Dollars for Scholars would like to thank the Dairy Queen for sponsoring tonight's match. Their contribution will allow Dollars for Scholars to extend scholarship opportunities to Valley City Highliners at the Spring Awards ceremony. Peyton Peterson, number 4, back to serve it for Valley City, trailing by 1. Serves one up, dug out there by Engel. Set up there, deflected in front by Deagle, and then she sends it back over, but it's dug out there by Stevenson of the Mustangs. And then Brown sends it over. Nelson, Deagle. Here's Hatcher on the kill, deflected off of Brown. It's a point for Valley City. They battle back, tied up at 10 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Peyton Peterson will continue to serve it up for Valley City. Her team just came back to tie it up at 10-all. Runs and jumps and serves it. Dug out there by Stevenson. And a nice rejection in front by Quilvang. Deagle to Quilvang, back to Deagle. She tries to drop it in, she will. Nice job by Dylan Deagle. Point for the Highliners in the lead. 11-10 here at the Highliner Activity Center tonight. Peterson on the serve, right to left. Tips off the top of the net. Nice job to dive to keep it alive was Wasdorp of the Mustangs, and then sent back across. Wasdorp this time gets the kill on the putback, and we're tied up once again, 11-all. So Valley City won the first matchup 6-24. Again, no team led more than 3 points in that first matchup. Valley City winning that one. Tied up at 11 here. Valley City had a 3-point lead to start this one, but again, we're tied at 11 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Back to serve it. That's Kennedy Coulter. Dug out by Thornton. Here's Deagle. Nice job by Hatcher to run up and bump it across. Going for the kill this time and getting the kill. Kelly Tungseth, number 15. Mustangs up by 1. It's 12-11. Mustangs continue to serve it. Kennedy Coulter will serve one up just over the top of the net. Kept alive there by Nelson. Hatcher for the kill. Kept alive by the Mustangs. Sent back over by Brown. Deagle sends one deep to the back, but it's kept alive. Brown bumps one across. There's Abby Thornton. Sets it up for Deagle, who sets it up for Quilvang, who just tries to drop one in, but it's kept alive by Tungseth. And then Bogenreef keeps it alive. Thornton had to find the ball, but then she just bumps it back across. And then a nice rejection in front by Addie Quilvang. Highliners tie it up at 12. As Reagan Bogenreef tried to go for the kill, Quilvang was there to put up the rejection. And again, we're tied. 12 all. And matchup number 2. Dylan Deagle waiting to get the ball as it's her turn to serve for Valley City. Spins the ball and now right hand serves. It's a low serve, but it's dug out there by Height. And then Brown goes for the kill, but there's Deagle for Valley to keep it alive. Thornton, Hatcher, kept alive by Cheyenne for the time being. Going for the kill, getting the kill. That was number 15, Callie Tungseth, despite the dive from Deagle. And the Mustangs back in the lead by 1. It's 13-12. Back to serve it is Mia Engel, number 1. Now the libero. Bumped alive by Byerly. Hatcher just tips one across, but it's dug out there by Brooke Johnson and sent back across by Brown. Thornton sets it for Deagle, who sets it for Nelson and can't get the kill. Kept alive by Johnson of the Mustangs. Brown sends it across. Thornton diving attempt to keep it alive. Deagle sends it to the back row, deflected, and it's going to be a point for Valley City. A shot by Deagle to hit it to the back row. Highliners tie it up at 13 on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. So the first matchup, 26-24. Highliners win that one. Back and forth. Same so far here in this second one. Hatcher on the serve for Valley City. Dug out there. That's Chloe Brown. Going for the kill this time. Getting the kill with authority. And some aggression on that one was Reagan Bogenreef. Highliners trailing one. It's 14-13 in favor of the Mustangs. Back to serve it. Kennedy Coulter. Number 2, the junior. Right-handed serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle in front. Quilvang just tips one across, but it's dug out there by Alexis Terhark and then sent back across, and that one's going to drop in as Vivian Height will get the point. 2-point lead for the Mustangs. It's 15-13. Back to serve it up. Kennedy Coulter once again. Number 2, right-handed serve. Abby Thornton. Dylan Deagle. Faith Peterson, and that one's going to fall in. Point for Valley City. 15-14. They lead it on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard here in this second matchup. Don't forget tomorrow night over at the Hannah Field. Last home game of the regular season for the Valley City Highliners. 7 p.m. kickoff right here on KOVC. Abby Thornton on the serve. Sends it across. Dugout for Cheyenne. Point for Valley City. As Cheyenne had a double touch, just like that, all tied up. So it was a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. It's now a tie ball game. Thornton will continue to serve. She's the libero for Valley City tonight in the red top. Highliners in the navy blue tops, powder blue outline stripes, white numbers front and back outlined in powder blue. Cheyenne in bright blue uniforms with orange numbers. Thornton on the serve. That one's going to drop in for a point. Referee watched it the whole way, came close to the end line, but it's going to be a point for Valley City. Nice shot by Thornton on the serve, 16-15. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Highliner Volleyball on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Your vehicle due for a bath? Calling all cars, calling all trucks. Check out Bridges Car Wash Automatic Car Wash. It's quick and easy. Or do it yourself with the 2 fully equipped self-serve wash bays open year-round. Get your vehicle looking, feeling, and smelling new again with a wash and vacuum at Bridges Car Wash. Bridges Car Wash is your locally owned car wash. Your friends and neighbors and Highliner and VCSU Viking supporters. Bridges Car Wash on West Main, Valley City, now with 2 self-serve wash bays open year-round.
Another back and forth matchup here in this second set. Highliners with the 1 point advantage on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard, 16-15. Valley City won the first matchup 26-24. That timeout was brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. So Abby Thornton will continue to serve it from Valley City, going right to left on your radio dial. 1 point lead for the Highliners. Thornton on the serve. Kept alive by Bogenreef. And then there's Coulter. Bogenreef goes for the kill, rejected in front. Peyton Peterson. Point for the Highliners, up by 2. 17-15, Valley City leads. Peyton Peterson starting to come alive here in the second set. Thornton on the serve. It's a low serve dug out by a couple of Cheyenne players, and then Bogenreef tried to pass it off on the bump. A couple players looking at each other like, you got to take it. Valley City up by 3. 18-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard here tonight. Thornton runs in a high jump on the serve. Dug out there by Height. Coulter for Bogenreef, kept alive by Deagle. Now for Thornton. Nelson gets the kill. Left-handed spike through the court. 19-15, Valley City in the lead. Largest lead of both ball games, a 4-point lead. As Jacob Just would say, can we see a 5-point lead? Abby Thornton ready to serve it up. Number 21, right to left on your radio dial, serves it. Dug out there by Engel. Coulter. And then swatting that one too hard out of play was Reagan Bogenreef. Jacob Just happy it's a 5-point lead. Highliners lead at 20-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Timeout on the court. We'll take another timeout. You're listening to Valley City Volleyball on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit Pro Eye Care Centers. Come and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Highliners with the largest lead of both ball games. 20-15, they lead it here in matchup number 2. Timeout on the court brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Highliners winning the first set, 26-24, leading this one by 5, 20-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Anthony Rosso with you on the call of tonight's matchup right here on KOVC tonight. Be with you tomorrow night. Highliners football, last regular season home game of the regular season, as they look to try to make the playoffs. Season winding down. Thornton serving it up right to left. Right-handed serve. Bumped high in the air by Engel, but it's kept alive by Coulter. And sent back across. There is Quilvang. As Peterson goes for the kill, but it's kept alive by Coulter. Bogenreef sends it back over to the Valley City side. Deagle sets it in front. Peterson tries to drop one in. Deflected backwards, but kept alive by Engel of Cheyenne. Coulter just bumps it across. Thornton. Deagle sets it up. Nelson, left-handed kill, kept alive by Coulter of Cheyenne. Bogenreef sends it across. Deagle in front. Peyton Peters deflected, and that's going to be a point for Valley City. They're up by 6, as it's 21-15. Highliner lead. Highliners with a 6-point lead. As back to serve it up, once again, is Abby Thornton. Thornton bouncing the ball a couple of times. Runs, jumps, serves it. Dug out by Bogenreef. And then Coulter tries to send across, deflected in front by Peterson. It's going to be a point for the Highliners once again. Double touch on Cheyenne. 7-point lead for Valley City. It's 22-15. Student section getting loud and rowdy here for their hometown Highliners. Thornton on the serve. Dug out there by Engel. Coulter just bumps it back across. Thornton. Deagle. Peterson tries to drop one in, kept alive there by Terhark. And then Bogenreef tries to drop one in, but then there's the other 13, Deagle for Thornton. Faith Peterson on the kill, rejected, and it's going to be a point for Cheyenne to stop some of the bleeding. It's 22-16 now. Cheyenne trailing by 6 as they're going to serve it left to right. Back to serve it is 13, Reagan Bogenreef. Dug out there by Hatcher. Deagle. Nelson. Bogenreef is there to keep it alive. Coulter for height. Dug out by Hatcher, sent back across. Coulter. Rejected in front. That was Hatcher. And then now going to be sent out of play by Cheyenne. Point for the Highliners. They're up by 7 once again. 23-16 in the lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Back to serve it. Number 1, Jada Nelson. Nelson, a lefty on the serve. Dug out there by Stevenson. Trying to drop that one in and successfully doing so. That's Kaylee Wasdorp, number 8. 6-point lead once again for the Highliners, 23-17. As Cheyenne's turn to serve. Back to serve is Vivine Height, the senior, number 17, right-handed serve. There's Thornton for Deagle. Peterson for the kill, gets it. Peyton Peterson. Match point coming up for Valley City in the lead, 24-17. Faith Peterson steps out. Coming back into the game is Rachel Byerly. She goes right to the back to serve it up. 24-17. Match point for the Highliners right here. Dug out by Brown. Coulter going for the kill, getting the kill for Cheyenne. That's Callie Tungseth. 24-18. Cheyenne to serve it up once again. Valley City really breaking away here in the second set. This game was all tied at 13 at one point. As back to serve it is Reagan Bogenreef. Oh, excuse me, that's Brooke Johnson on the serve. Deagle for Hatcher on the kill, but it's kept alive by Engel. And now getting the kill. That's Kaylee Wasdorp. Point once again for Cheyenne, 24-19, pulled within 5. Was a 7-point Highliner lead, now it's only to 5. Match point is next for Valley City, if they can get at the next point. Johnson on the serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle. Hatcher for the kill, deflected out of play. And Valley City is going to take the second matchup by a score of 25-19 here at the Highliner Activity Center. We'll toss it to a break when we come back. The third set here in Valley City.
Need an electrician? Get free quotes from the local pros at Highline Electric in Valley City. Fast, reliable, and competitive pricing. Their knowledgeable and skilled staff provide electrical services for residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural. Highline Electric, family owned since 1986. Owners Chad and Tracy Zahn and Bruce and Amy Anderson have built a reputation of integrity and quality. Times and technology have changed, but their focus on honest service has not at Highline Electric in Valley City. Call 845-0731.
Hey Valley City, Jamestown Regional Medical Center knows how important it is to receive care close to home. That's why JRMC orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Volk offers care right in Valley City. Learn about local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at www.jrmcnd.com/Valley City. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/Valley City or call 701-952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
This time out is brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Valley City, Enderlin, Lisbon, and Gwin, North Dakota, and Hawley, Minnesota. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy to minimize pain and maximize mobility to quickly return you to the quality of life you deserve. Just as in the timeout of this game, we will take the time with you to evaluate, educate, strategize, and formulate a plan for the rest of your game based on your unique situation. This is Megan Beck, occupational therapist, and I invite you to call any of our offices at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation today.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Save on all your fall favorites at Lever's Foods. This week at Campbell's Tomato or Chicken Noodle Soup, 97 cents a can. Snack pack, gelatin, or pudding, 4-pack, 99 cents. Red or green seedless grapes, $1.89 a pound. Bakery Fresh Party Buns, 12-count, $2.49. And Meow Mix Cat Food, $11.99. Delivery available, call 85-1732. Lever's Foods, North and South, Valley City. Increase the performance and beauty of your home with new windows. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company. Minn Kota windows are designed and built for years of lasting value and enduring beauty. They provide trouble-free, virtually maintenance-free operation for a generation of comfortable living. Midwest built, Midwest tough, guaranteed for life. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company on East Main, Valley City. For more, go to SmithLumberCompany.com.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in their work, and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online at grotbergelectric.com. Rachel Byerly ready to serve it to get match 3 started. We're underway here at the Highliner Activity Center. Johnson sends it back across, dug out by Thornton. Here's Deagle for Peterson. It's deflected in front, deflected back again. And that one's going to go, stay in play. Nice job to keep it alive, but it's going to be a point for Valley City as Cheyenne just kept hitting the ball high in the air. Valley City strikes first once again. They lead at 1-0. Highliners looking for the 3 sweep here. Won the first one 26-24. Just won the second one 25-19. Lead at 1-0 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Johnson sets it up. Coulter for the kill. Kept alive by Peterson of City and then sent back across. Deagle sends it back over. Engel is there as she once again has flip-flopped with Stevenson as the liberos. Deagle keeps it alive. Peterson sends it back over. Just an incredible play by Deagle to keep that one alive. And then she dives to keep that one alive for Byerly. Thornton sends it back over. Brown. And then tipped back over by Peyton Peterson. So after that long volley, Highliners jump out to the 2-0 lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Byerly on the serve. Dug out by Brown. And then going for the kill and getting the kill. That's number 2, Kennedy Coulter. Just like that, 2-1. Highliner lead cut in half. So back to serve it up. For Cheyenne, that's number 8, Kaylee Wasdorp. And going for the kill and getting the kill is Peyton Peterson. No, it's kept alive. The entire Highliner team thought that ball was done with. Now it is. Thanks to Samantha Hatt. But the entire team thought that was a kill by Peyton Peterson. Even the crowd did. Referees and Cheyenne were the only ones that knew it was not. But it's going to be a point for Cheyenne, 2-2. Serving it up is Kennedy Coulter. Dug out by Byerly. As Peyton Peterson gets the kill as that one deflects off Lydia Stevenson. Highliners back in front, 3-2. So Lydia Stevenson was the first match of the libero. She is now once again the second match. Mia Engel switched to be the libero. Peyton Peterson to serve it up for Valley City. Tries to drop a low one, dug out there by Brooke Johnson. Bogenreef tries to go for the kill. She'll get it. And once again, we're all tied up at 3 apiece. Here at the Highliner Activity Center this evening, October 14th. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars sponsor is the Dairy Queen of Valley City, supporting our Highliners since 1949, and now supporting Dollars for Scholars. Good luck to the Highliners. Nelson digs it out. Thornton, back for Nelson, who just bumps it back across. Stevenson sets it up for a height, and then Deagle sends it right back over, and that one's going to be deflected up in the air. Nice job to keep it alive by Cheyenne. Nelson, an even better job to keep it alive with the diving attempt to send it back over. Bumped in the air by Thornton. Here's Deagle. Hatcher for the kill, rejected in front. Point for the Mustangs. They lead it 4-3. On the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Back to serve is the libero for the Mustangs, Lydia Stevenson. Bounced the ball a couple of times. Number 24 sends it across. There's Nelson. Deagle just tries to tip one over, but it's kept alive by Brown. And then Bogenreef sends it over. Hatcher. Byerly just swats one across the net. That one set up there. Brown goes for the kill, kept alive by Nelson. Deagle. Hatcher on the kill. She's got it just like that once again. All tied up in the ball game. 4-4. If only you had $1 for every time either one of these matches were tied. Could head on over to Edward Jones. Good investment plans or LaRue Lockout. Invest properly. Your dollars will go farther with LaRue Lockout Financial. That one swatted too hard out of play. As it's going to be a point once again for Valley City. 5-4. Highliners, the home team. They lead it. Dylan Deagle on the serve, number 13. It's had a good couple of sets here tonight. Serves it over, dug out there by Brown, and then it's going to go for the kill by Height of the Mustangs, and we're all tied up at 5. Couple substitutions for the Mustangs. Coming into the game, Kennedy Coulter, and this is Terhark. Coulter goes right to the back. She's going to serve it up. Coulter is a junior. Dug out by Thornton. Quilvang goes for the kill, but it's rejected in front by Height. As it's 6-5 now in favor of the visitors, the Mustangs, from Cheyenne on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Kennedy Coulter continues to serve. Low serve, drops it in. Just like that, 7-5. Mustangs lead it. Coulter once again will serve. Number 2 bounces the ball, runs a high jump, and now swats one over the net. Hatcher for Deagle. Quilvang tries to just drop one in. She will. We've seen her do that quite a bit this season. Addie Quilvang, almost a changeup over the net. Point for the Highliners. They trail by 1. It's 7-6. Faith Peterson comes into the game for Rachel Byerly. Samantha Hatcher goes back to serve. She does. Dug out there by Coulter. Height on the kill, kept alive, and then Deagle just literally punches one over the net. Kept alive by Cheyenne. Bogenreef tries to keep it alive. She does. Over to Abby Thornton, who sets it for Faith Peterson, but she's rejected, but keeps it alive for Hatcher. For Deagle, who just tries to drop one in. Deagle, but it's kept alive on the great diving attempt by Brown, and then it's sent back over, and a point for Cheyenne. They're back up by 2 as it's 8-6. Kaylee Wasdorp also playing a factor in that last point for the Mustangs. Back to serve is Reagan Bogenreef. Deagle sets it up. Faith Peterson rejected in front once again. Vivian Height and Lexus Turhark making their presence known here in this set. So they're going to give the point to Valley City. They're going to say double touch. So the Highliner serve, Abby Thornton sends it across. Dug out by Stevenson. It goes for the kill, kept alive by Hatcher, and then tipped back across by Peyton Peterson. Sending that one back over, and that one's going to handcuff Deagle, who just hits that one out of play. This time it's a point for Cheyenne. They're back up by 2 as it's 9-7. Vivian Height, number 17, back to serve it up for Cheyenne. There's Hatcher for Deagle. Peyton Peterson rejected in front, out of play. They're going to give the point to Valley City as the Mustangs hit that one too hard out of play. Highliners down 1, 9-8 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Jaden Nelson on the serve. Dug out by Brown. And that one's hit out of play by Abby Thornton. 2-point lead for Cheyenne, 10-8. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars sponsor is Dairy Queen. They remind you they're a full brazier facility, open year-round, located at 909 North Central Ave. Stop in after the match to treat yourself. Back to serve is Brooke Johnson for the Mustangs, number 12. Sends one, a low one, but it's dug out there by Deagle. Now for Thornton. Peyton Peterson on the kill, deflected but kept alive by Cheyenne. And then Coulter tries to send one over. Nice job by Hatcher to keep it alive. Here's Faith Peterson from Peyton Peterson, but a nice job to keep that one alive by Coulter. Brown sends it back to Valley City's end. Deagle tries to drop one in, but Stevenson dives to keep it alive. But then it goes back over, and that one's kept alive by Valley City. And then Peyton Peterson just drops that one in. Valley City back within 1. It's 10-9 here in this third set. Nice job by Cheyenne to have a couple of nice dives to keep that one alive. Nonetheless, it's a point for Valley City. They're down by 1 as Byerly comes back in to serve. That one's dug out there by Wasdorp. Wasdorp now goes for the kill, kept alive by Byerly. And then Hatcher. You can hear the smack through the microphone. Sends it back through the floor. 10-10. We're all tied up on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Byerly continues to serve. Again, Valley City coming into this one, winning on Tuesday night. A big upset on the road in Shanley, 3-1. That one's dug out for Cheyenne. And Wasdorf goes for the kill. She gets it. She just drops one in. Highliners lose the lead. Mustangs take the lead 11-10. Highliners won the first one 26-24 here tonight. Won the second one 25-19. Right now trailing by 1. Cheyenne 11-10. Coulter on the serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle sets it up in front. As Peyton Peterson gets another kill. Peterson and Deagle, a good 1-2 combination here this evening. Peyton Peterson gets the kill, ties it up at 11. It's her turn to serve. As Addie Quilvang steps back into the game, Faith Peterson will step out. Peyton Peterson on the serve. That one deflects out of play off of Kaylee Wasdorp. Highliners back in the lead, 12-11. Number 4, Peterson from Valley City will continue to serve it here. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Now runs, jumps, swats one over the net. That one's dug out by Wasdorp. Reagan Bogenfried tried to go for the kill. Can't get it. Stevenson for Johnson. And then Brown deflects one off of Valley City for a point. And just like that, all tied up once again at 12 apiece. So it's 12-12 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Back to serve it up as Stevenson, dug out by Nelson. Deagle goes for the kill. It's going to be in play off the deflection of Stevenson for Issei. Highliners back in front by 1. It's 13-12. Deagle back to serve after just getting the kill and the point for Valley City. Just waiting for Stevenson to retrieve the ball. May have got stuck underneath the bleachers to my left. Deagle bounced the ball a couple of times. Now she'll serve one up. Dug out by Wasdorf. Going for the kill. Getting it is Height. And just like that, once again, tied up at 13. All 3 matches here so far tonight have been back and forth. However, in the second set, it was 13-13. That's when Valley City started to pull away. Cheyenne to serve it up. That one's dug out for the time being by Byerly, but she deflects it out of play on the low serve from Kennedy Coulter. And the Mustangs have a 1-point lead. It's 14-13. Coulter will continue to serve here. Bounces the ball a couple of times, going left to right. Runs and jumps and serves. Dug out by Thornton, who just hits it into the netting. 2-point lead for the Mustangs. 15-13 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Coulter will serve it up. Number 2. Bumped in the air by Byerly to Deagle. Sets up for Hatcher. Rejected in front by Vivine Height. 3-point lead for the Mustangs. 16-13. Timeout on the court, so we'll step away for a timeout on KOVC.
Fall is here, and it's time for Crafts, Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy. Now through the end of the month, all handbags and wallets 15% off. See Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, downtown Valley City. Shop in person or online at centralavenuehealthmart.com. And don't forget about the drive-up window. Now through the end of the month, all handbags and wallets 15% off. Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, downtown Valley City. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
In this third set, 16-13 Mustang lead. Highliners winners of the first 2, 26-24 and then 25-19 here on KOVC. Kennedy Coulter continues to serve it left to right. Number 2 to Byerly of Valley City for Deagle. Quilvang tries to drop one in. Nice job by Coulter to keep it alive, and that one rides along the netting. Out of bounds. Point for Cheyenne, up by 4. Their largest lead of any ball game here tonight. It's 17-13. Deagle trying to settle down the Highliners there. As Colton will serve it. Set up by Hatcher. Deagle tries to drop one in. Dug out by Stevenson. And then Colton. And then rejected in front by Quilvang. Point for Valley City. Highliners back within 3. 17-14 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. That previous timeout was brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars would like to thank Dairy Queen for sponsoring tonight's matchup. Their contribution will allow Dollars for Scholars to extend scholarship opportunities to Valley City Highliners at the Spring Award Ceremony. Highliners on the serve, going for the kick alive was Thornton, and then Deagle tried to just drop one in, cannot do it. Cheyenne sends one back across. Nice job by Hatcher to dive to keep it alive. Faith Peterson for the kill, deflects off the knee of Stevenson. Point for the Highliners. They're back within 2. It's 17-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Programming No Coffee with the Coaches live from Alley Beans this Saturday morning as well as every morning here in Valley City with myself, Anthony Rosso, and Tim Ost. Toast in the morning. Tell you more about it in a second. Height goes for the kill. Kept alive by Hatcher. Faith Peterson for Dylan Deagle. Sends it back across. There's Height once again for Cheyenne. Bogenfield goes for the kill. Kept alive. Faith Peterson. Deagle for Hatcher goes for the kill. Dug out there by Stevenson. And then Coulter goes for the kill. Kept alive by Deagle, who sends it back across. Stevenson sets it up. Height on the fake. Rejected in front by Quilvang. It's a point for Valley City. Addie Quilvang dominating the front once again. 1 point deficit for the Highliners. 17-16 Mustangs on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. Samantha Hatcher ready to serve it up. Once again, number 6 for Valley City. Drops that one in for Stevenson. And then deflected backwards, but Stevenson keeps it alive. And that one's sent back over to Valley City side, and that one's going to fall in for the Mustangs, 18-16. Coffee with the Coaches, like I was saying, live every Saturday morning. Myself, Anthony Rosso, and Toast in the Morning, Tim Ost. Live from Alley Beans. Coffee with the Coaches. Come on in, all coaches in the area. We love to sit there and talk sports, have a good time, have some good beverages as well. Off the serve, that one's just going to fall in. Point for the Mustangs, 19-16. They extend their lead on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. Deagle it out, sets it up for Faith Peterson. In the air by Coulter. Stevenson setting that one up. And that one's going to be hit too hard out of play by Kaylee Wasdorf. Point for Valley City. Back within 2 as it's 19-17. Their turn to serve. Abby Thornton will go to the back row. The libero for the Highliners to serve it up. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Runs a high jump and serves it over to Stevenson. Coulter sets up for Height. Dug out there by Hatcher, but out of play. Point for the Mustangs. It's 20-17. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars sponsor is Dairy Queen of Valley City, supporting the Highliners since 1949, and now supporting Dollars for Scholars. Good luck to the Highliners. So Vivian Height ready to serve it up. Dug out by Thornton. Bumps it in the air. Faith Peterson for the kill, deflected but kept alive by Cheyenne. Here's Height. Sets it up for Wasdorf. Over to Valley City's end. Here's Deagle setting it up. Peyton Peterson on the kill. That one's kept alive by Coulter. Actually knocked her back a little bit, and then it's sent back over to the Valley City side. Here's Deagle setting it up. Peyton Peterson goes for the kill, and she's going to get it. No, they're going to give it to Cheyenne. 21-17, Cheyenne with the lead in this third set. Timeout for the Highliners, so we'll take a timeout as you're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Back to the Highliner Activity Center, where the Highliners trail this one right now, 21-17 here in this third set. Highliners won the first two, 26-24, 25-19. And back to serve is Vivian Height, number 17. And Abby Thornton just hits it backwards out of play. 5-point lead for Cheyenne as it's 22-17. Height will continue to serve it for the Mustangs. Dug out by Hatcher. Here's Deagle. Peterson rejected in front, kept alive and out of play. 23-17. Cheyenne extends their lead on the LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. That timeout a few minutes ago was brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Height to serve it up. Dug out there by Hatcher. Deagle. Faith Peterson rejected in front. Peyton Peterson sets it up. Deagle for Nelson. That one handcuffs the Cheyenne player Height, but it's kept alive and then sent back over by Coulter. Deagle tries to tip one across. The Mustangs gather and keep it going. And then rejected in front, then hit into the netting, and it's going to be a point for Valley City. Try to claw back into this one. 23-18 now they trail. So Highliner serve. Jada Nelson, the junior left-hander, sends it over the net. Cheyenne goes for the kill, and they're going to get it. Match point coming up for the Mustangs, 24-18. As going back to serve, getting the ball is number 12, Brooke Johnson. Johnson bounced the ball a couple of times. And now she'll serve it up. There's Thornton for Valley City for Deagle. And then Peyton Peterson rejected. Match point. There it is. 25-18. Sheyenne Mustangs win this third set. So we're going to play 4 at least here at the Highliner Activity Center. We'll step away for a break when we come back. Fourth matchup right here on KOVC.
The keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. Just as the keys to today's game offer growth, success, and opportunity for the future, so do the keys to your new property. Whether you're looking for the keys to your starter home, the keys to home where you raise your family, the keys to your business, or the keys to your lake home or retirement property, for every step of the way, RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown are here for you. Check out our website, findrealtynow.com, for pictures and virtual tours.
At Bank Forward, we focus on building relationships. Hi, I'm Kara Weep with Bank Forward in Valley City. Whether it's opening a checking account, saving for college, or starting your own business, Bank Forward is a bank big enough to help, but we're small enough to know your name. Call 845-1220 or visit bankforward.com today. Striving to be the bank that defines customer service since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Now is the time, now is the time.
Brothers 3 has the area's widest variety of classic and new fishing tackle at the lowest prices to give you an edge this year. Before heading out on the water, stop in and get your live bait and tackle and fill your tank on this quality gas and diesel. Brothers 3 is your locally owned and operated convenience store. As always, Brothers 3 has the lowest prices in town on everything from snacks and drinks to propane and automotive supplies. Remember, it pays to shop at Brothers 3 in Valley City.
You need a building, and you need it now. Look into Winkler Structures, available at Smith Lumber Company in Valley City. From a quick build utility to bigger dome structures for cattle, machinery, or hay storage. Winkler Structures are designed for strength and security with their no-compromise fabric and high-strength structural steel. These beams have stood the test of time for today's cost-conscious customer. Customize your Winkler structure at Smith Lumber Company, East Main, Valley City. Call 845-2135.
Hi, I'm Corey Anderson, a proud Viking graduate and Director of Development at VCSU. There's never been a better time to be a Viking. The university we cherish is growing, and bigger things are on the horizon. To sustain our growth and continue the transformational power that VCSU brings to our community, we need you and your continued support now more than ever. No matter the game, we are always playing for Valley City State. Join me in making a difference for attracting future Vikings to an amazing university by supporting the V500 Scholarship Program online at give.vcsu.edu.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout, CPA, at 845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member of FINRA and SIPC.
And we're back here live at the Highliner Activity Center, where we're ready for a fourth set between the Highliners and the Sheyenne Mustangs. Mustangs just won the third one. Valley City won the first two, 26-24, and then 25-19. Cheyenne winning the third one, 25-8. So we're just moments away from this fourth set between the Mustangs and the Highliners. So back to serve for the Mustangs is number 12, Brooke Johnson. Serves it up left to right. It's a low one, and it's dug out by Thornton. Hits it out of play. Mustangs with the 1-0 lead. Tonight's Dollars for Scholars sponsor is Dairy Queen. Reminds you they're a full brazier facility, open year-round, located at 909 North Central Ave. Stop in after the match to treat yourself. Johnson ready to serve it up once again, number 12. Dug out by Thornton. Here's Deagle. And Hatcher goes for the kill, deflects off of Johnson, out of play. Highliners tie it up on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Peyton Peterson to serve it up. Number 4 sends it right to left, top of the net, but it's kept alive there by Coulter. And then Coulter, after getting the pass back, goes for the kill and gets it, 2-1. Cheyenne with the lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. And Coulter will serve it up after getting the point. Sends it across, dug out by Nelson. Here's Deagle. Sets it up for Hatcher, who's rejected in front. Byerly sets it back up for Deagle, who tries to send one back over. But it's going to be a point for Valley City. Double touch, they say, off of Callie Tungseth. All tied up at 2. Dylan Deagle to serve it up for the Highliners. Number 13 spins the ball a couple of times, now serves it over. Dug out there by Stevenson. Brown just drops one in, 3-2. Mustangs back in the lead. So the Mustangs not going away here quietly after losing the first 2 sets. Won the third one, now leading this one 3-2. Serving it up, here's Deagle for Valley City. Hatcher deflected on the kill, but it's kept alive. And then sent back over to the Valley City side, and that one drops in. Compliments of Reagan Bogenreef, 4-2. Cheyenne leading this one. Cheyenne came into this one 11-4 on the year. Valley City 8-9, coming off a big win on Tuesday night. Here's Deagle. Hatcher to the Cheyenne side. Height goes for the kill. She gets it. 3-point lead, 5-2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard in favor of the Mustangs. Lydia Stevenson to serve it up. Libero. Dug out there by Hatcher. Quilvan goes for the kill. It's tipped in front, but it's going to drop in anyway. Highliners get the point back. 5-3, they trail it. Rachel Byerly steps out. Coming back into the game is Faith Peterson, the junior. Hatcher on the serve. Line drives it into the netting. Point for the Mustangs. They go back up by 3 at 6-3. Coulter coming back into the game for the Mustangs. Ready to serve it up. Number 2. High jump on the serve. Dug out by Thornton to Nelson. And Quilvang will just send it back across. Coulter. And that one's deflected by Valley City, out of play. 7-3. Scoreboard reads in favor of Cheyenne. So Coulter will serve it up once again, left to right on your radio dial. Thornton setting it up. Faith Peterson sends it over, but it's dug out there by Johnson of Cheyenne. And then getting the point is Reagan Bogenreef. 8-3. Cheyenne with the lead. Timeout call by Valley City. We're going to take a timeout on KOVC.
Hello from Husqvarna. Sure, you want our mighty outdoor power equipment, but you're embarrassed our rugged dealers like Sven or Bob will know you can't pronounce Husqvarna, the name that means craftsmanship all over the world. So I teach you now how to say Husqvarna. You say husk like corn and varn like varnish without the ish. And nah, like nah, I don't want any other stinking chainsaw or trimmer or mower. I want the best in the world. I want Husqvarna.
Husqvarna. Tough name, tough equipment.
Your local Husqvarna dealer is S&S Auto Electric of Valley City.
Back here live in Valley City. Highliners in some trouble here. Won the first 2 sets here tonight, 26-24, 25-19. Lost the third one, 25-18. Quickly down here in this one, 8-3. They better get it together quick. So that timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Highliners want to come away with the win here tonight, especially after that big upset win on Tuesday night. You'd hate to drop this one, especially after leading the first 2. Coulter will continue to serve for Cheyenne. Faith Peterson digs it out. Dylan Deagle back to Faith Peterson. Goes for the kill. She'll get it. Highliners out of their timeout, which is brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Get the point, 8-4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard as the Highliners try to mount the comeback here. Abby Thornton back to serve it up. The libero for Valley City, right to left. It's a low one, but it's dug out by Coulter. And then going for the kill was Cheyenne, but kept alive by Thornton. Faith Peterson to Dylan Deagle, who just bumps it across. Here's Height for Coulter. And then trying to drop that one in for Cheyenne. That was Turhart, but it's kept alive by Valley City. But then on the volley back, it's a point for Cheyenne. They're back up by 5 as it's 9-4 here in matchup number 4. So back to serve is Reagan Bogenreef, number 13. Dug out by Hatcher. Here's Deagle. Faith Peterson, too hard, out of play. Going to be a point for Cheyenne. It's again up by 6 now as it's 10-4. And dug out there by Thornton. Here's Deagle for Peyton Peterson. She's going to get the point for Valley City. Back within 5. It's 10-5. 10-5, Highliners trail on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Jada Nelson comes back into the game. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Now she's going to run up and jump and serve. Dug out by Lydia Stevenson. And then nice job in front by Peyton Peterson again on the serve. On the rejection, but this one goes out of play. 11-5. Cheyenne with the lead. Cheyenne will serve it up. That's Vivian Height, number 17. Bouncing the ball a couple of times, and now she'll serve it. Bumped in the air by Valley City. Deagle just tried to send one back across the handcuffs. Callie Tungseth, point for the Highliners. Back within 5 once again. It's 11-6. So back to serve is Rachel Byerly. Bouncing the ball, number 3, ready to go. And serves it too short. Point for Cheyenne. Back up by 6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. It's 12-6. So coming back into the game is Brooke Johnson. She's going to serve it for Cheyenne. Dug out by Byerly. And going for the kill, rejected was Samantha Hatcher. Point for Cheyenne. They're up by 7 now. It's 13-6. Valley City won the first 2 matches, 26-24, 25-19. Cheyenne winning the last one, 25-18. Now leading this one, 13-6. Brooke Johnson on the low serve. That one falls in. 8-point lead for Cheyenne. They're up 14-6. So Cheyenne has got a lot of momentum, especially from that third set. It's carried them here in this fourth one. Johnson on the serve. Dug out by Byerly. Here's Deagle for Peterson. Rejected in front. Deagle keeps it alive for Hatcher. Peterson tries to send it back over, but it's kept alive there by Engel of the Mustangs. And then Brown hits one off Deagle and out of play. It's now going to be a 9-point lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Cheyenne, 15-6, they lead this one. Brooke Johnson continues to serve. Number 12 is a junior for the Mustangs as timeout on the court as they got to wipe the floor as some water may have spilled or whatnot. Just take a moment here, but while we have that moment, we'll tell you Coffee with the Coaches returns live to Alley Beans this Saturday with myself, Anthony Rosso, and Tim O's Toast in the morning. Catch coaches' comments before and after all the big games. All the coaches, of course, are always welcome. And we're back to action here. Johnson on the low serve, dug up by Nelson. And it's kept alive for the time being by Valley City. And then it's going to be a point for Cheyenne. Up by 10, 16-6 they lead it here in matchup number 4. So back to serve is Brooke Johnson once again. Sends it across. Nelson for Deagle. Here's Peyton Peterson. Hits it too strong, out of play. 17-6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Cheyenne leading this one. So the student section here has been quiet for quite some time now after they were loud and rowdy early. Johnson on the serve. Thornton for Deagle. Hatcher tries to drop one in, kept alive, and it's tipped off the net. Kept alive by Valley City. Deagle is going to hit one too strong on a play. 18-6. Cheyenne leading this one on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Just an incredible comeback here tonight. Cheyenne in the third set winning 25-18, winning this one 18-6 with authority. Here's Johnson. Dug out by Nelson. Hatcher tries to send one over, but it's kept alive by Stevenson. And then that one's punched across by Cheyenne, but kept alive by Valley City. Hatcher tries to drop one in. Dug out there by Wasdorp. And then Brown tried to punch it across, rejected, and then getting the point is Peyton Peterson for the Highliners to finally get them back up on the scoreboard, 18-7. Addie Quilvang will step back into the game as Peyton Peterson will serve it for Valley City, trailing 18-7. Peterson on the serve. That one's dug out by Engel. And then sending that one back over for Cheyenne and kept alive by Valley City. Peterson sends it back across. Johnson for Brown. Dug out by Nelson. Hatcher goes for the kill. She's going to get it. 10-point deficit for Valley City. It's 18-8 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. So the Highliners trying to mount a comeback of their own here in matchup number 4. Peterson on the serve. Dug out by Coulter. And then getting the kill is Callie Tungzith. 19-8. Cheyenne leading this one in matchup number 4. Back to serve it is Kaylee Wasdorp, number 8. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Right-handed swat over the net. Dug out by Nelson. Quilvang on the kill. She'll get it. 10-point deficit for Valley City on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard as it's 19-9 in favor of the visitors, Cheyenne. Nelson will step out. Tessa Olsen will step in for Valley City. As Deagle will serve it right to left. Here's Stevenson for Johnson. And dug out by Valley City. Deagle sends it back across. Johnson. And that one's going to be hit too hard by Callie Tungzith, out of play, 19-10. Valley City gets the point. Trailing by 9 here in matchup number 4. Here at the Highliner Activity Center tonight on the 14th of October. Little stoppage of play over at the scorers table, so we'll tell you the Highliners football team plays their final regular season home game tomorrow night over at Hannah Field. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. on senior night. If you can't go to the game, tune in right here on KOVC. Myself, Anthony Verasa, will be on the call of the game. Pre-game show a little bit before 7 tomorrow night for senior night High football team. And then on Saturday, VCSU Vikings look to go to 7-0 on the season. Pre-game show at 3:30 on KOVC. Kickoff at 4 p.m. VCSU on the road, taking on Dakota State. Highliners will be back in action here, the volleyball team, on Monday, 7 p.m. to take on Grand Forks Central. You can catch all the action right here on KOVC. As the referee has something to say to the Highliners head coach, Coach Rebecca DePeza. Right now, the scoreboard reads 18-10 in favor of Cheyenne here in this 4th matchup. So still a long discussion going on. Not sure what it is about. Would be nice if it could be wrapped up pretty quickly here and get back to action. Referees in all sports always like to try to be a part of the show. And now the referee, after the talk with the Valley City coach, wants to go over and talk with another referee. I mean, with all the talking these referees are doing, I should give them a headset and have them come join me on tonight's broadcast, because that would be pretty great. They like to talk a lot. Get them on here. They can talk about some volleyball, explain the rules a little bit better. And now they're going to reverse course and give a point to Sheyenne after the very long discussion that is still now going on over at the scorer's table. Anyway, Coffee with the Coaches live at Alley Beans this Saturday morning. Myself, Anthony Verasso, Tim Ost in the morning. Every Saturday morning, live Coffee with the Coaches at Alley Beans here in Valley City. Come on in. Coach is always welcome. Grab a drink. See Tim, see Carol. Holly, Austin, Faith, they're all there. Elizabeth, they all hook it up for you. They get you a beverage you want. If you want a pastry right there, Carol has been making those pumpkin scones. Always a weakness for me, that's for sure. Hard to believe it. Referees still having a discussion over at the scorer's table. Coming up on 5 minutes now of this conversation about, I'll be honest, I have no idea. One referee had a long talk with the the scorer's table, then with the Highliner head coach, and then with another referee, and then wasn't done talking, now over talking to the scorer's table once again. Got to get the DJ here to start playing the Jeopardy theme song. That would just fit in perfectly. So I think what they were trying to discuss was some kind of a substitution that was not allowed. That's what Coach DePeza is talking with the referee once again for the second time since all of these discussions have been going on. So I think they're trying to say that Valley City had an illegal substitution or did not rotate in the proper way. And we're still having discussions over at the scorer's table. This is absolutely incredible. We're going to take a timeout here on KOVC.
Harvest season is here, and Valley Meat Supply has quality meats and snacks for those meals on the go. Valley Meat has sandwich meats, including bacon and sausage for the BLT, variety of cheeses, beef sticks, and jerky. Still a lot of grilling season left. And don't forget about the tailgate parties. Valley Meat Supply has all your favorites for the grill. Thick, juicy steaks, burger patties, brats, and all-beef wieners. Have a safe and bountiful harvest season from Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your vehicle due for a bath? Calling all cars, calling all trucks. Check out Bridges Car Wash with the automatic car wash. It's quick and easy. Or do it yourself with the 2 fully equipped self-serve wash bays open year-round. Get your vehicle looking, feeling, and smelling new again with a wash and vacuum at Bridges Car Wash. Bridges Car Wash is your locally owned car wash. Your friends and neighbors and Highliner and VCSU Viking supporters. Bridges Car Wash on West Main, Valley City, now with 2 self-serve wash bays open year-round.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jengula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional eye cares, clearly the best.
So after all that discussion, it was on a substitution change. And then Sheyenne getting the point on the serve. 21-8, they lead it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Stevenson on the serve for Sheyenne. Dug out by Nelson, and then Deagle tried to send it over. Here's Johnson. And then going for the kill, getting the kill, is number 4, Chloe Brown for the Mustangs, up by a lot here. I'm not doing live math on the air. That's just a recipe for disaster. 22-8. Sheyenne leading this one. Stevenson on the serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle comes back to get it, sets it up for Hatcher, who just sends it across. Tip there, point for Valley City. They pull within 13 as it's 22-9, excuse me. So back to serve is Peyton Peterson for Valley City. Peyton Peterson serves it right to left. That one's dug out by Sheyenne. Johnson. And that one's going to be a kill and a point from Reagan Bogenreef, 23-9. Sheyenne completely just dominating here this 4th matchup. No other way to put it. back to serve it now is Kennedy Coulter. Number 2 serves it across. Dug out by Nelson. Here's Deagle. Hatcher bumps it over. Coulter sets it up. Going for the kill with Cheyenne, but kept alive by Valley City. Hatcher goes for the kill. She'll get it off the deflection out of play. Valley City double digits as it's 23-10 here in this fourth matchup. Back to serve it up is Dylan Deagle. She serves it right to left. Dug out there by Wasdorp. And going for the kill and getting the kill is Reagan Bogenreef. She's had a lot of energy here the past couple of sets. Match point coming up for Shanley. Leading it 24-10 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. That one dug out. Here's Deagle. Tried to sip it over. Rejected in front. That one goes into the netting but kept alive by Valley City. That one bumped up in the air by Shanley. Goes for the kill. It's high. Rejected in front. Olsen rejecting that one was Vivian Height. And Shanley wins matchup number 4 by a score of 25-10. We're going to play 5 here at the Highliner Activity Center. We'll step aside for a commercial break. When we come back, it's the 5th matchup and the final matchup here on KOVC.
Need an electrician? Get free quotes from the local pros at Highline Electric in Valley City. Fast, reliable, and competitive pricing. Their knowledgeable and skilled staff provide electrical services for residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural. Highline Electric, family owned since 1986. Owners Chad and Tracy Zahn and Bruce and Amy Anderson have built a reputation of integrity and quality. Times and technology have changed, but their focus on honest service has not at Highline Electric in Valley City. Call 845-0731.
Hey Valley City, Jamestown Regional Medical Center knows how important it is to receive care close to home. That's why JRMC orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Volk offers care right in Valley City. Learn about local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at www.jrmcnd.com/Valley City. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/Valley City or call 701-952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
This timeout is brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation with offices in Valley City, Enderlin, Lisbon, and Gwinner in North Dakota, and Hawley, Minnesota. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy to minimize pain and maximize mobility to quickly return you to the quality of life you deserve. Just as in the timeout of this game, we will take the time with you to evaluate, educate, strategize, and formulate a plan for the rest of your game based on your unique situation. This is Megan Beck, occupational therapist, and I invite you to call any of our offices at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation today.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Save on all your fall favorites at Lever's Foods. This week at Hormel boneless pork sirloin chops, $2.77 a pound. Our family frozen veggies, 97 cents. Our family tomatoes, 2 bags for $3. Prepared fresh in the deli, whole rotisserie chicken, $7.99. Delivery available. Call 845-1732. Lever's Foods, North and South Valley City. Great food, great savings. Increase the performance and beauty of your home with new windows. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company. Minn Kota windows are designed and built for years of lasting value and enduring beauty. They provide trouble-free, virtually maintenance-free operation for a generation of comfortable living. Midwest built, Midwest tough, guaranteed for life. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company on East Main, Valley City. For more, go to SmithLumberCompany.com.
Well, we're going 5 here at the Highliner Activity Center. Valley City won the first 2 matchups 26-24, 25-19, and then Shanley winning the third one 25-18 and just completely dominating the fourth one 25-10. So here we go. This is for all the marbles here. Winner take all. Back to serve is Brooke Johnson going left to right for Cheyenne. Number 12 bounces the ball a couple of times, runs up, jumps up, swats it, and we're underway. Dug out by Nelson. Hatcher and Deagle almost collide, and that one's going to be a point for Shanley as they strike first, 1-0 in favor of the road team. Johnson will serve it up once again. Here's Thornton, deflects it almost out of play, but dug out by Byerly. Peterson sends it back over, dug out by Brown. Johnson sets it up. Wasdorp sends it over, but kept alive for Valley City. Here's Deagle. Hatcher goes for the kill, deflected off the Mustang, and it's going to be a point for Valley City. Tied up at 1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Peyton Peterson to serve it up, going right to left on your radio dial. She hits one off the deflection of Mia Engel. 2-1. Valley City leads. Highliners leading it 2-1 here. Peterson will continue to serve it right to left. Dug out there by Brown. Here's Johnson. Sets it up. That one double deflected off Valley City, and it's going to drop in, and we're all tied at 2. So tied up at 2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Tied up at 2. First one to 15. Walks away with a W here tonight. Up to serve it is Kennedy Coulter. That one's going to be deflected off Valley City and in for a point for the Mustangs. Back in the lead by 1. It's 3-2. This would just be a disaster for Valley City if they blow this one here tonight. After that big, shocking win on Tuesday night on the road against Shanley. 3-1, they won that one. And if they lose here tonight, that is just absolutely devastating for the Highliners, especially winning the first 2 here this evening. Kaylee Wasdorp on the serve, bumped by Nelson. Here's Deagle for Quilvang, rejected in front. Another point for the Mustangs. They go up by 2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as it's 4-2. Wasdorp will continue to serve it for the Mustangs. Left to right, dug out by Nelson on the low one. Hatcher off the top of the net. That one's dug out by Johnson. Set there for Brown. Johnson again on the kill, but kept alive by Valley City. Deagle sends it over. Stevenson keeps it alive for the Mustangs. Johnson, and then tipped off the net. Here's Quilvang for Valley City, but it drops in. Point for the Mustangs as it's 5-2. As all momentum has been with the Mustangs since late in the third matchup, as they're playing with a lot of excitement and energy here since losing the first 2 matchups. On the serve, nice job, kept alive by Byerly on the dive. Quilvang sends it across. That one kept alive by Wasdorp and then sent back over. That deflects off Abby Thornton, out of play. Highliners now down by 4 as the Mustangs take a 6-2 lead. Valley City calls a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as you're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in their work, and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online at grotbergelectric.com.
Timeout on the court brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. The LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard reads 6-2 in favor of Sheyenne. Only got to get to 15 here. And the winner will take the sets here tonight. Valley City won the first 2, have dropped the last 2. On the serve, here's Deagle, bumps it in the air. Hatcher goes for the kill, rejected in front. Another point for Sheyenne as they go up by 5. It's 7-2. As the Sheyenne crowd has traveled well here tonight as they're starting to make noise. Their bench is all excited as well, and why shouldn't they be? They were down 2-0, have battled back, taking a 5-point lead. Low serve dug out by Thornton. Deagle hits it to the backcourt. And then Byerly sends it to the backcourt of Sheyenne. Here's the set. And then dropping that one in for Sheyenne was Chloe Brown. It's a 6-point lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as Sheyenne can do no wrong. Winning 8-2 here right now. As Coulter on the serve. Dug out by Byerly. Here's Deagle. Hatcher just tries to tip one over. And that one's going to fall in between Wasdorp and Stevenson. So maybe they can do some wrong. Point for Valley City. It's 8-3. Deagle to serve it up for the Highliners. As I said before the break, this would just be a crushing, devastating loss for Valley City if they drop this one after the big win on Tuesday night, and you were up 2-0 here tonight. On the serve, that one's dug out by Wasdorp, and then going for the kill and getting the kill is Callie Tungzith. of the Mustangs, 9-3. Mustangs lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So the student section that was packed and loud here tonight has been quiet. Lydia Stevenson on the serve. Bumped in the air by Hatcher. Deagle setting it up. And that one's hit too hard. As no, they're going to say deflected off a Cheyenne player. As Coolvang will get the kill. 9-4. Valley City trails by 5. Samantha Hatcher back to serve it up after she retrieves the ball. She gets it, and she's ready to go. Bouncing the ball a couple of times. Right-handed serve. Dug out by Cheyenne. And going for the kill, and getting the kill. That's Reagan Bogenreef. 10-4. Cheyenne leading this one. If Cheyenne can pull off this big dramatic comeback here tonight, a lot of the credit's got to go to Reagan Bogenreef. She's played with a lot of high energy all night long, even in the first 2 losses. Kaylee Wasdorp on the serve. Dug out by Thornton. Deagle setting it up. And Jada Nelson just sends it right into the netting. Point for Cheyenne. They're up 11-4 here in this 5th set. Back to serve is Kennedy Coulter, number 2. Coulter on the serve. Dug out Butcher. Deagle setting it up. Faith Peterson gets the kill for Valley City. They trail by 6 as it's 11-5. So 11-5 here in matchup number 5 on KOVC. Anthony Grasso here with you tonight from the Highliner Activity Center. Thornton runs, jumps, and serves it. Dug out there by Coulter. Bogenreef sends it over. Deagle. Thornton. Faith Peterson. Back over to the Cheyenne side. Going for the kill and getting the kill. That is Lexus Terhark. 12-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard for the Mustangs. Back to serve will be Reagan Bogenreef, the junior, number 13, for Cheyenne Mustangs. So number 13 bouncing the ball a couple of times. Now she'll serve it up. Dug out by Hatcher. Deagle sets it up. Peyton Peterson tries to go for the kill, but it's kept alive. And then sent back over to Valley City side. Here's Nelson. Dug out there by Bogenreef. And then that one's back over to Valley City once again. Deagle just sends it back across. That one's going to be in play. Point for the Highliners. 12-6. They trail. So Bogenreef will step out of the game. Mia Engel will come back in for the Mustangs. Mustangs 3 points away from this big comeback tonight. On the serve, that one's dug out by the Mustangs. And then going for the kill and getting the kill is Alexis Turkart. So 13-6. Mustangs lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Back to serve it. That's Vivian Knight, number 17 on the serve. Dug out by Thornton. Deagle in front, setting it up. Peyton Peterson over to the Cheyenne side, dug out by Engel. And going for the kill was Cheyenne, but kept alive by Valley City. Deagle sends it back over. Here's Coulter, sets it up. That one off a Valley City player, but it's kept alive and then sent back over to the Cheyenne side. Here's Height for Coulter. And then a rejection in front. Peyton Peterson kept alive by the Mustangs. And that one's going to be dove and kept alive by Thornton. And then Hatcher on the volley keeps it alive. Deagle sends it over. Here's Height for Coulter. And then that one's going to be a point for Valley City. On the deflection out of play, 13-7 they trail. Byerly steps back into the game, her turn to serve. Number 3 goes to the backcourt, bouncing the ball a couple of times. Right-handed swat over the net. That one's dug out by Wasdorp. And going for the kill for the Mustangs, that's Kennedy Coulter. Match point coming up, 14-7. Mustangs lead it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 1 point away from this comeback here tonight in Valley City. Back to serve. Brooke Johnson, number 12, bounces the ball. She's going to serve it left to right. Here it is. Sending it over. Byerly off Nelson. It's going to be a point, and that's the game. It's a great dramatic comeback for Cheyenne as they're going to win this 5th match, and the matches here tonight overall 3-2. This improbable comeback is complete in Valley City. Mustangs walk away with the 3-2 winner here this evening in Valley City. Just incredible by the Sheyenne Mustangs, losing the first 2 sets here tonight, 26-24 and then 25-19, only to come back and win the next 3, 25-18, 25-10, and 15-7. Just incredible job by the Sheyenne Mustangs. Have to give them nothing but respect here tonight. Completely dominated match 3 after it was tied up at 13 all the way to the end of this matchup here tonight. There's no contest in matchup number 4.